Labrador Retrievers and Labradoodles, two very similar, related and extremely popular dogs. But although similar, there are some important differences, mainly in their appearance but also in their temperament, maintenance and grooming needs. In this video we are going to look at both dogs, the Labrador Retriever and Labradoodle, and their origin, appearance, temperament, health, grooming, exercise needs, just everything about them, and we are going to look how these two dogs are similar and what differentiates them apart. Let's start the video with the brief history and origin of both dogs. The Labrador Retriever is a well-established and one of the most popular dog breed in the world. It hails from the Canadian Newfoundland region, and its main ancestor is today already extinct St. John's Water Dog. The breed as we know it today was developed in England in the 19th century by English hunters who used Labrador Retrievers as gun dogs and mainly for retrieving hunted waterfowl. The Labrador Retriever has a strict breeding standard, and we can say that all the Labs have very similar appearance and even their temperament is similar. But we cannot say the same about the Labradoodles, because unlike the Labrador Retriever, the Labradoodle is a crossbreed and it's not officially recognized by any major kennel club. It is a cross of the Labrador Retriever and a Poodle, and the breed started to be bred in 1990s in Australia by local breeder Wally Conron, who wanted to develop a perfect guide dog for people with allergies to dogs' fur and dander. You know, Labradors are by far the most popular guide dogs, but due to their heavy shedding, they are terrible dogs for people with dog-related allergies. On the other hand, Poodles are known for their non-shedding and hypoallergenic coat. And Conron wanted to create a dog with qualities of the amazing gentle, trainable and empathetic Labrador and non-shedding Poodle. And it is true that Labradoodles are used as service dogs, but they still do not achieve consistent results in this area as their parent breed, the Labrador Retriever. So as you can probably imagine, comparison of crossbreed and one of its parent breed will be a lot about similarities, but there are some important differences as well. There are differences in appearance, temperament, grooming routine and health. Let's start with the appearance. The main difference in appearance is in the coat and size. The rest of the appearance is quite similar, as both dogs share similar face and body type, both are relatively sturdy and well-built dogs with well-built muscles, but both should also be quite athletic if they are not overfed. Both also have pretty strong legs, longer tail, muscular neck and relatively deep chest. All these things are similar in both dogs, but the coat structure is very different and their size can vary a lot as well. So let's just focus on those two areas. The size difference is caused by crossbreeding the Labrador Retriever with different sized Poodles. As you might already know, the Poodles come in 3 different sizes, and it is obvious that if you will crossbreed Labrador Retriever with miniature-sized Poodle, the offspring will be smaller than the offspring of Labrador Retriever and standard-sized Poodle mating. If the Labradoodle is a standard Poodle offspring, then it is usually similarly tall and heavy as the Labrador Retriever, and the average height is between 45 to 75 pounds, which is 20 to 35 kilograms, and height between 21 to 24 inches, which is 53 to 60 centimeters. But the mini Labradoodles are much smaller, and it is not uncommon for them to be as light as 15 pounds, which is only 7 kilograms. To compare the size with the pure Labrador Retriever, which is very consistent when it comes to appearance, the height of Lab is between 54 to 57 centimeters, which is 21.5 to 22.5 inches, and weight between 25 to 36 kilograms, which is 55 to 80 pounds. So as you can see, the standard sized Labradoodle is still slightly smaller than the Labrador, but the size is comparable. The difference is in the variety of sizes of Labradoodle. And what about the coat? Well, again, the coat of Labrador Retriever is always the same, and it is short and dense, weather and waterproof double coat, and the Lab always comes in either black, yellow or chocolate color. And again, the Labradoodle's coat is unpredictable, as it can be more similar to the Lab's coat, but also to the Poodle's coat. As you already know from the history of Labradoodle, the main goal was to create a dog with Labrador's temperament, but with the Poodle's non-shedding coat, which means that a straight Labrador-like coat is undesirable and the Labradoodle should ideally have the curly Poodle-like coat. But the genetics are not always black and white, and some Labradoodles have more straight coat than others. Especially the first generation crosses, also known as F1, are extremely unpredictable, but the later generations most often have this curly coat. If you would like to learn more about the crossbreed generations, I made a separate video about this topic and I will give you a link in description. description. There will also be a card at the end of this video. Labradoodles also come in more colors other than the chocolate, black and yellow, as they have much wider color selection to choose from thanks to the Poodle rainbow, and colors like apricot or charcoal are not uncommon. Some Labradoodles also have multicolored coats, but the Labrador's coat colors are the most common. Speaking of the coat, let's talk about the grooming, shedding and overall maintenance of both dogs as well. To make it easier, the Labrador's coat is extremely easy for grooming and maintenance, but it sheds like crazy. On the other hand, Labradoodle's grooming is quite time consuming and expensive, but they shouldn't shed. Of course, this is only true if they inherit the desirable poodle-like coat. Labrador Retriever only need regular brushing to keep the coat in best possible condition, to remove all the dirt, dead hair and to redistribute natural oils all over it. But the extreme shedding is one of the main reasons why people decide to buy or adopt a Labradoodle instead of pure Lab. The Labradoodle can inherit similar coat like Labrador and then the grooming is similar, but if they inherit the most common curly coat, then be prepared for cutting and trimming the coat, and most owners choose to use services of professional groomers, which can be expensive. And again, you never know which type of a coat your Labradoodle will have on 100%. There is a rule that says that the more shaggy and woolly the coat is, the less it will shed, while the straighter the coat is, the more it will shed. Now let's talk a little bit about the temperament of both dogs. And to be fair, their temperament is extremely similar. Both dogs are amazing family companions, as they are generally friendly, gentle, very smart, lively and playful, empathetic and adventurous. Both dogs are also amazing partners for kids, but of course you should never leave any dog breed with a very young child unsupervised. And both dogs can also be socialized to live with other dogs or other pets in the family without problems. Just like the Labrador, most Labradoodles just love swimming. Regular exercise like swimming, but also walking, hiking or jogging is extremely important for these dogs, so they stay healthy and happy. There really isn't much difference in temperament of both dogs. Some owners claim that Labradors are more friendly towards strangers and more excitable, while the Labradoodles are calmer and aloof. The Labradoodle temperament is also less stable than the Labrador's personality, but again, if you are looking for amazing, lively and friendly family companion, both dogs are a great choice. The last area of this comparison will be health. It is only logical that the Labradoodle shares similar health issues with its parent breed, the Labrador Retriever. The main health issues associated with both dogs are joint and bone problems like hip and elbow dysplasia, congenital eye diseases like progressive retinal atrophy and cataracts. Both are also prone to obesity and some allergies and infections. The lifespan of Labrador Retriever and standard-sized Labradoodle is similar, and it is around 13 years. Smaller-sized Labradoodles typically live longer and their lifespan is around 15 years. This is common for most of the dog breeds around the world, and smaller dogs just live longer than big dogs. So if you are choosing between the Lab and Labradoodle, the main differences you should mostly consider are their coat type and size. Also remember that with Labradors you know what you will get, while the Labradoodle's appearance and temperament is much more unstable. It is also much easier to find a reputable breeder of Labrador Retriever which has a long history of breeding healthy dogs. Labradoodles are much more often bred by shady breeders who do it only for money and who do not care much for the dog's health, temperament and appearance. Of course, you should always buy your dog only from a reputable breeder. I hope the video was helpful, and if you own a Labradoodle or Labrador Retriever, tell me in comments which one, what is your experience with it, and what do you like the most about it. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing, turn the notifications on and check the Rocadog's links in description. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.